Army veteran Julie Akey arrived at California's Fort Ord in 1996, living there while she studied at the nearby Defense Language Institute. She and other troops living there didn't suspect that the drinking water may be contaminated. Now, after an Associated Press investigation into health issues possibly connected to the base, Akey and others wonder if present-day cancers are linked to the site.
I was there in 96 and 97. Would have been nice to know. Would have been nice to have like water filtration or bottled water, or not to plant vegetable gardens. I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma, bone marrow cancer, which was a complete and total shock. Changed my life forever.
Fort Ord had previously been used as a training base for live firing and maneuvers, among other uses.
Fort Ord isn't only a basic training center, it's also one of the largest centers in the world for advanced individual training.
The soil is incredibly contaminated. We have a history of military exercises since prior to World War II, right? So we can imagine decade after decade of very toxic chemicals, including lead, PFAS, organic volatile compounds. The fact that they're cleaning it up is definitely a good thing, but it begs more questions, right? We need to ask at what level, and then what's left.
Connections between toxic exposure and disease are hard to prove, and local officials say there isn't strong evidence to prove the connection.
In 1996, there was a health assessment that was done to evaluate public health impacts, not only currently in 96, but also did look back. And in that health assessment, they did identify some drinking water impacts. However, they were brief. They made the determination based on the amount of time and the lower levels that they saw that there was not likely a public health effect as a result.
But former workers at the site say chemicals were often dumped haphazardly.
They'd pull the central plug on the helicopter and drain all the jet fuel right into the grass in the storm drainage system. Toluene, starter solvent, xylene, jet fuel. I can't even begin to give you the list. I knew we were breaking California environmental laws, and when I brought this up to my supervisors and tried to follow the chain of command as they tell you to do in the Army, everybody, they didn't want to hear it. They were telling me to sit down and shut up, but I didn't know what I was talking about.
Our military bases, sadly, bear the legacy of our chemical production. The military used the available products, and TCE was perfect for their uses. If you throw it onto the ground or into the ground, it will get into the groundwater and stays there for decades, and it's hard to clean up.
The VA has said it is updating how it determines links between medical conditions and military service, and encourages veterans to file a claim if they believe an ailment was caused by their service. But for now, the link has not been established for Fort Ord, which is still in the process of a multi-decade cleanup.
Why isn't the military tracking this? Why am I tracking this? I found a woman who lived just across the street from where I lived, and she has myeloma as well. She's a vet, and she was there a few years earlier, but how coincidental is that? I don't think it's a coincidence. I could be wrong,